Hi, my name is Lauren Singensen, and my group is going to discuss dialogue journals. So, a dialogue journal is an ongoing written interaction, usually between a teacher and a student, in a journal. And so, the purpose of a dialogue journal is the students are able to take more risks in expressing their thoughts in a journal than they are through oral expression. And so, dialogue journals can really help a student's fluency in writing and help them learn basic conversation in writing. That will also help them orally eventually. And it gives them an opportunity to practice writing without it being the pressure of being graded. And so I feel like also teachers can use this to informally assess an ELL's progress in writing, which I think is great. And so materials you need, very simple. All you need is a journal and a pencil. And the ESL strategy that is most appropriate for the language proficiencies, I would say intermediate to advanced. The only reason I hesitate to say beginning is because they, according to the descriptors, they really have limited or no ability, and I feel like dialogue journals will be really impactful for intermediate to advanced, but really it can be used for any level they're on. And so now Kelsey's going to continue to talk about what content dialogue journals is most appropriate for.
Hi, my name is Kelsey Boyd. Dialogue journals are most appropriate for language arts content because they focus on developing students' writing and some reading. Using dialogue journals as a strategy really helps English language learners further develop their proficiency in English. Dialogue journals serve as an effective method for improving the writing performance of ELLs and aid in second language learners' struggles to achieve academic success. They serve as a safe place where students can freely express their thoughts and ideas while integrating the use of social and academic language. Students can focus more on the exploration and discovery process of writing because they feel less pressure if they make mistakes during their experimentation with the language. Dialogue journals improve the quality of ELL's writing by helping them establish their voice in English and giving them opportunities to write on a regular basis, which leads to steady improvement in the fluency, quality, and correctness of their writing. Dialogue journals also help students build confidence in their writing and helps them with ideas, organization, and sentence fluency. Because there is continual interaction in journal writing between the student and the teacher, dialogue journals also promote good communication. This continuous interaction can serve as an informal assessment and monitoring, which allows the teacher to gauge the student's levels, strengths, and needs in order to provide individualized instruction for each learner. Although teachers do not call attention to student errors in dialogue journals, they do model correct English writing. Teachers can adjust their own writing to appropriately fit the reading and writing level of each individual student and gradually use their writing to challenge students to write at higher levels as the journals progress. Beyond the modeling of language form and structure, the teacher's writing also provides continual exposure to the thought, style, and expression of a proficient English writer. As students continue to write and read the teacher's responses, they are able to develop and improve their own writing abilities. Overall, dialogue journals provide natural context for language and literacy development and allow students to use reading and writing in purposeful ways, which provides a bridge to other types of writing. Kelly will now discuss the content and language objectives and describe the basic steps for using dialogue journals.
Howdy! So we chose grade 4, and for the content objective we stated that the students will demonstrate comprehension of a written personal narrative by using writing conventions correctly and accurately. And the TEKS we used for this was, of course, Language Arts 4th grade, and it was the TEKS 17, 20, 21, and 22. So 17 talks about writing from personal experiences and things that are important in the personal experiences to make their story. And then 20, 21, and 22 talk about spelling, grammar, such as punctuation and capitalization, and verb tenses and adjectives. They each have subheadings, and all of them we want our ELLs to hit, so I just included all the TEKS. Our language objective states that the students will be able to write a personal narrative using correct spelling, verb tense, and grammar. And then another objective that I had, that students will be able to edit their writing by the notes they received and read from their teachers in their dialogue journals. So for the ELPs that I used for that, the reading ELPs I used was reading C4E, and it stated that the students will read linguistically accommodation content area materials. So that the students, they're going to use the notes that the teachers have given to them, but as they continue to learn more English, they'll be able to comprehend it more and decrease the need of what they need from the teacher and the models that they use. For writing ELPs, I use writing C5C and D, which talk about spelling English words and editing their writing, which is the whole point of the dialogue journal. So the activity I used for this was a dialogue journal. So the students will start with a prompt or just start with a regular story, and then they're going to give it back to their teachers on a routine basis and give them statements, questions, opinions, and they're also going to model the grammar and spelling and everything that is needed for writing, and then give back to the students. The students will use those notes and try and do what they got from the model, and then continue to have this conversation but in written form, which is the whole point of it as we continue to grow on their writing skills. And then, but for a prompt to have the students start with for an activity is that they could talk about their life, tell me everything that they know about themselves, their hobbies, their interests, their pets, and from there we can build a conversation and hopefully improve their writing. Thanks.